I told you guys that FIFA was gonna look into the. If you watch my live stream a few days ago, I believe it was on Thursday or so. I told you guys that FIFA was gonna look into this red card and suspension of Bellingham and try to have him play in this match today with Belgium. So reports are that Trump spoke to FIFA President Gianni Infantino in a short conversation. Infantino told the president that FIFA disciplinary committee would look into the case, and Andrew Giuliani, the executive director of the White House World Cup Task Force, also spoke with Infantino, and the Secretary of Commerce Howard Lutnick was also in communication with FIFA. It appears to be the first time since 1962 that a red card during a World Cup game did not result in a suspension. So it happens before. So I know you guys out there gonna saying, "Oh, Trump intervened and compromised the integrity of the sport," but this happened before in 1962. So right now, Bellingham is on a 1-year probation because they took away the suspension away. And truth and in fact, that red card wasn't justified. That red card wasn't justified. Like, these two guys' legs were tied and they were trying to win the ball, and he missed. It's an accident. It's not a deliberately act of like stepping inside the shin. The incident is painful, but it was an accident. And but it happened before in 1962. So what happened is, Trump wrote on Truth Social, "Thank you, FIFA, for doing what was right and reversing the great injustice. Belgium Federation said it was astonished by a move that is in direct contradiction with FIFA's own rule and is investigating all the potential options." So right now, I think it happens to a Brazilian in 1962 where, he got a red card and he was suspended for the game. After the game, he got the red card in, and, the suspension was reversed, and then he went on a 1-year probation. So same thing going to happen to Bellingham. He's going to go on a one-year probation, and he's going to play in the match tonight against Belgium. So you might see a lot of outlash and a lot of people lashing out, especially in Europe, because if the United States ever go into this match tonight and win, oh my goodness, it's gonna be crazy. People are gonna be talking about this all over. People are gonna saying, because it's the United States, they're gonna say it's favoritism. They're gonna say it's corrupt. They're gonna say a whole lot of stuff, and I know a lot of people running with it right now, saying, "Hey, this is corrupt," and Trump intervened and he compromised the integrity of the sport. But I don't think that the integrity of the sport is compromised, because there's a precedent. It happened before in 1962. It happens before. You understand? And honestly, I think the red card was not just, because I was watching the match live. They were both going for the ball, and they were both looking at the ball coming down, and they were running and stepping, and their legs tied together, and Bellingham stepped into the ankle of the other dude, and it's a pain. Listen, when I look at that, it looks so painful. When I look at that incident, it was so painful. I could felt it in my own ankle, and it wasn't me on the pitch, but it has happened before. So let me continue reading some of this guys for you guys. Belgian coach Rudy Garcia said, I didn't know that at FIFA World Cup, the 5th of June is now the 1st of April and April Fool's Day. One slide was suddenly missing from FIFA's standard pre-match presentation when it was presented to the Belgian team. The slide about automatic one-game suspension for players who receive a red card. UEFA said FIFA crossed the red line in the Bolongan match ban reprieve after Trump call. So again, a lot of people are not happy with this. Europe is not happy with this. UEFA is not happy with it. But that's I am like, listen, I've said it before in my live stream. I knew this was gonna happen. I knew this was gonna happen. I knew that the suspension was gonna roll back, and I knew that he was gonna be able to play in this game tonight. The reason why, not because like this goes to show that Trump is watching the games closely. He's watching the games very closely. Like this goes to show that Trump is vested in the United States either going as far as possible in this tournament or possible win this tournament. And why? Because he talks about it all the time. He bring the FIFA games to the United States, and after the FIFA games, a year after, they're going to be the Olympics in his presidency. So he wants the United States team to go as far as possible, and he's going to do whatever in his power to make it happen. Of course, if the guys go into a game and they play, then they lose fairly and squarely, there's nothing Trump can do about that. But as I said, that red card, a lot of people think that red card wasn't justified. It was not justified. It should be a warning. It should be a foul. But I don't think it was justified. It was not justified. And I'm a soccer player, football player. And, I don't play anymore. But, it wasn't justified. And Trump has a vested interest in ensuring that the team go as far as possible, fairly and squarely. So I knew this was going to happen. I told many people that listen, either Trump is going to call FIFA and ask them to, investigate this card closely and, try to figure out something, or FIFA is going to do it under pressure. But as I said, this was happened before. In 1962, I think it was a Brazilian Chicharito or something like that. He was called, where he was gotten a red and he was suspended, but the suspension was reverted and he went on a 1-year probation. So now my guy Bollingan is on a 1-year probation because he took this deal where the red card, the match suspension was reverted, and he's gonna play in the Belgium match tonight in Seattle, Washington State. So that's something to look out for. I know, the Belgium players and coach and entire FIFA staff are upset about it. Really, really upset about it. They think that this is FIFA crossed the line by doing this, and they don't want to see that happen. But that's our star player, man. That's the thing too. If it was a defender, that I wouldn't feel too bad about it. But that's our star player. That's a goal scorer, bro. That's the goal scorer. That's the dude who's hungry for goal. That's the striker. That's their sharp shooter. Like, whatever name you want to call him, that's the guy who is going to ensure that the United States score a goal or two in these matches, yo. So if it was a defender or someone in the midfield, this match suspension happened to, then we'll see about it. I wouldn't feel so bad, and pretty much I don't think anyone would feel too bad about it. I don't think Trump would have called and said, hey, look at this closely. Look at this closely and see if this red card was justified. But no, that's a star player. That's the dude who's going to score. I'm pretty sure he's going to score tonight. He's going to score tonight. And then after he scored tonight, you're going to see the backlash, and you're going to hear what, it's going to be crazy. The backlash is going to be crazy after Florian scored tonight. He's going to score tonight. I guarantee you that this this dude is gonna hit the net tonight. He's gonna score, and that's when this is gonna get deeper and more darker, as it relates to people talking about it, and it relates to people saying Trump might pressure FIFA and the FIFA body to really um, cancel the suspension, and they might say it's favoritism or whatever, but honestly.